This is gonna be the ultimate video for healing and regulating your nervous system. You'll probably hear a lot of things that you haven't heard before, and today you'll finally understand why your nervous system is stuck in hypervigilance, in high alertness, why you feel stuck in survival mode even if your life looks good on paper. And you'll also understand how to actually rewire your system so that safety and calm become your new normal. Once you understand the deeper layers of nervous system healing that I'm gonna share with you today, everything changes. Hi, I'm Cristina. I'm a success hypnotherapist and quantum jumping coach. And if you're here to master the business energetics and success energetics that help you create illogical results, all while living an extraordinary life, then hit the subscribe button and the bell button and let's dive in. Now guys, before we dive into how exactly you heal your nervous system, let's first lay the foundation. Your nervous system is the reality scanning system of your body, and its job is to constantly decide if what we experience is safe or it's a threat, if it's time for us to relax or to be vigilant, if it's time for us to slow down or to be alert and speed up. Now, the nervous system has two gears: the sympathetic nervous system, which is the gas pedal, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the brake. When the pedal is pressed down, when the sympathetic nervous system is activated, that's when our body mobilizes all its resources, all its energy in order to fuel three main directions: run, fight, or freeze and hide. So all the energy, when we are in the fight or flight mode, all the energy goes to ensure our survival through the danger, through the threat that we are facing. There is no more energy left for creativity, for connection, for presence, for moving forward, for healing. All the parts of our being that are not essential for our survival are being shut down. The opposite of this is when our parasympathetic nervous system is activated. This is our happy healing mode. This is the mode where our body and our nervous system believe that the danger is gone and it's the time for us to connect, to be creative, to grow, to heal, to regenerate from the inside. This is the moment when we are moving forward and we are open to life and present with life. This is the only mode in which we truly connect to our power and our ability to mold reality around us. In the fight or flight mode, we just respond to what is. We are just reactive. Now, a healthy nervous system is freely switching between sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. When a threat, a potential danger shows up, the sympathetic nervous system is triggered, and then when that threat and danger disappears, then we are naturally and easily defaulting back on the parasympathetic nervous system. But for many of us, this switch between the two modes is stuck, is not working, which means that we get stuck in the fight or flight mode. And this simply means that your body, when you are stuck in the survival mode, your body is chronically sensing danger, even when there is no danger. And this means that your hormones are blown up, you feel exhausted, you feel tired, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like you are lacking energy, you feel that it's hard to rest, to calm down inside yourself, and you are just reactive. You are reacting out of fear, you are acting out of fear. And this impacts everything. It impacts your emotions, it impacts your relationships, it impacts your well-being, your health, it impacts the way you can connect and be present in your life. It impacts your power to actually create what you want to create. Now, the nervous system gets stuck when it stops reacting only to real dangers and it starts reacting also to perceived imagined dangers. And here's what I mean. There are two ways in which we are creating this perception of danger inside ourselves. The first one is by staying stuck in all traumas. And this is a situation where We keep on revisiting the trauma from the past by continuously or ongoingly revisiting trauma that we lived in the past. But for our body, for our subconscious, there is no difference between trauma that happened in the past and trauma that we are experiencing right now. So every time we revisit something that was highly traumatic for us, our body, our nervous system lives it as happening now. We keep on re-traumatizing ourselves, and we keep ourselves stuck in this high alertness, fight or flight mode because of what we keep looping in our inner world, in our imagination. Now, the second way in which we are dysregulating our nervous system is by ongoingly anticipating danger based on past traumas. You might feel that not getting the money results that you want is unsafe because that means that you are not good enough, you are not lovable, so you will end up alone. You might feel like showing up as your true self is not safe because you might be judged, you might be rejected, you end up alone. You might feel that letting go of control is not safe because like that you will get hurt or everything will collapse around you. You might feel that conflict is not safe because you might be abandoned and left on your own. You might feel like not getting the achievements that you want, the results that you want is not safe because that would mean that you are not good enough, you are not lovable, and you will end up alone. You might feel that not being in control is not safe because you might get hurt and things might be collapsing around you. All these triggers, all these stories are usually patterns that we created in the early childhood. That's when our system usually got stuck on hypervigilance, on high alertness. We become empaths when we stay for long enough vigilant. When it comes to our environment, we keep on reading the room, we keep on looking for the signals to see how everyone is moving, how everyone is feeling, so that we can cope with everyone's states and emotions and behaviors so that we don't get hurt and eventually we get some of our needs met. When we get stuck in this high alertness, this means that we become ultra reactive to any perceived threat. The certain tone in your partner's words might be feeling triggering. The fact that you are not seeing the results that you want, the sales that you want, the money that you want might be triggering. The fact that the person that you message is not responding right away might be triggering. But now here's the problem, the real problem. Somewhere along the way, your nervous system decided to mark normal life situations as threats to your survival. Your nervous system doesn't trust reality and doesn't trust you to handle reality. So the only key to this situation is to convince your mind and convince your body that you are safe now. You are safe in this moment now. You are safe in your body. You are safe in your life. Nervous system regulation doesn't mean that you are getting rid of all the stress. It simply means that you are expanding your capacity to handle life and stressful situations without feeling that they are threatening your survival, without jumping into your survival mode. When we have a healthy nervous system, we can still experience, and we will experience, discomfort and stress, but it will not feel like an impending doom, like a threat to our survival. And before we dive into exactly how we wire this safety and peace in your system and turn it into your baseline, I want you to become aware of this. It's really important that you become aware of this part. There are many techniques out there, and probably you've been using them. Breathwork, cold plunging, shaking your body, yelling, screaming in the pillow, putting your legs up. These techniques are very potent and can be extremely helpful, but they are not truly giving you the permanent change that you want. They are not truly healing the nervous system on their own, because they only help you cope with the stress that you are feeling, but they don't address the cause, the root cause of your nervous system dysregulation. They do not go deep enough in order to rewire your subconscious mind, where you are carrying the old stories that tell you that rest is unsafe, letting go of control is unsafe, conflict is unsafe, showing up as your true self is unsafe, not receiving immediate validation from the external is unsafe. It's the difference between managing the alarm and not triggering the alarm in the first place. So you can use and you should use these somatic techniques in order to help yourself deal with the stress, cope with the discomfort when it's really powerful and takes over you. But if you want to achieve not only temporary results, but real healing of your nervous system, then you have to rewire your subconscious mind. You have to bring yourself into a state where you truly feel safe inside your life. You feel safe in the middle of uncertainty. You feel safe within yourself. And this rewiring for safety and calm is exactly what I'm gonna guide you through now. So let's dive in. The first step of our process is to become aware, to identify what triggers you, what makes you feel unsafe. What does your nervous system feel threatened by? Usually, you might be discovering stories such as, if I rest, I might lose everything. If I don't achieve the money that I want, then it means that I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. If I slow down, everything falls apart. If I let go of control, things go wrong. If I show up as my true self, I will be judged, I will be abandoned, people will leave. If I don't achieve the big things, then I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I might be left on my own. Key here is to look for the recurrent situations that usually trigger you, make you become very reactive, with a huge discomfort inside yourself. And if you've been dysregulated in your nervous system for quite a while, which is the case for most of us, then you will be having lots of impending doom stories, lots of triggering stories, and that's okay. Just take one at a time and take yourself through this process for each one of the stories, each one of the triggers that you are identifying within yourself. So this is the first step. Clarity on what are exactly the triggers, what makes you feel unsafe on a recurrent basis. Now, the second step of our process is to practice experiencing safety within yourself. And this is so important to understand. You will not change beliefs by thinking different thoughts, by understanding the concept intellectually. You will only achieve transformation by giving yourself a different experience inside yourself, by experiencing different emotions. And here's how we do it. We gradually start pushing against the old stories, against the old triggers. So if you feel that it's not safe for you to rest because you might be losing everything, because it's lazy, because it's unproductive, then I want you to give yourself 5 minutes per day, at least 5 minutes in the beginning, where you just be. You don't try to be productive. You don't try to achieve anything. You let yourself just be during those 5 minutes. If letting go of control doesn't feel safe for you and you are spinning as a control freak, which I was, so I know exactly what it means, then you can start practicing letting go and trust by giving small tasks to your team, to your VA, and allowing them to be the only responsible one for that small task, or by letting your partner to single-handedly arrange a night out or one little slice of your life. So letting people take responsibility for things that you share with them without you having to intervene. Start practicing this letting go, this trusting. If saying no is something that felt unsafe because people might be leaving you, then start practicing small no's, like, no, I want to go out for dinner and not go to the cinema. Or no, I can't send you the work tomorrow. I can send it in 48 hours, the day after tomorrow. If you feel that not getting the number of sales that you want is not safe because this means that you are not good enough, you are not lovable, you'll be left alone, then let yourself notice moments when you are not getting the sales that you want, and remind yourself in those moments, I'm still okay, I'm still lovable, I'm still worthy, I am good enough, and I am safe within myself. Now, the third step of our process is to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself when you are taking yourself through these experiences. And this simply means that you are not going for extreme experiences, and also you don't push yourself harshly into the experiences where you are challenging your beliefs and the way of feeling inside yourself. In other words, if you never ran a day in your life, you cannot go directly and sign up for the marathon. If it feels unsafe for you to show up publicly, then you cannot push yourself directly into going and speaking on a big stage. Because if we try to push ourselves too fast and too far away, then we are just reinforcing the trauma. We are re-traumatizing ourselves. Instead of gently stretching our nervous system, we make it snap. Remember, when you are gradually going against the old beliefs, you want to do it in a gentle way. Way in which you just sit gently with the discomfort. You are not pushing yourself into a big stressful moment and experience for yourself. So the sweet spot here is to choose to put yourself in new experiences that feel uncomfortable enough for you to gently stretch your limitations, but also manageable enough so that you can actually be in the experience and learn from it, instead of freaking out and shutting down and re-traumatizing yourself. So what we want to practice within ourselves through all this healing process is kindness, is curiosity, and soothing self-talk. And hear me out, understanding how to soothe yourself internally is so healing and will be helping you immensely. And it's very simple also to start practicing it within yourself. It's literally like speaking to a frightened kid, to a scared kid. This is how you want to talk to yourself inside yourself. So instead of pushing you and beating yourself up, you want to always come from this approach. Like, if I had a child that was scared in front of me now, what would I tell them? How would I talk to them? What kind of energy would I be sharing with them? And then talk to yourself that way. So tell yourself inside yourself, we can handle it, we've got this, we'll find a way, we are okay, we are good, we are safe. If a client that said yes ghosted you, tell yourself, this feels like rejection and it is scary, but we've got this, we can handle it, we are safe, we will find a better way, and this is actually clearing the path for something even better. If conflict happens, remind yourself, we can handle this, we've got this. Even if the other person gets mad, we are good, we are still safe. If you are not getting the results that you want to be getting at a certain moment, then just remind yourself gently inside yourself, we're okay, we've got this, we can handle it, we are safe, we'll find a way. So it's really about building yourself up, and self-talk, soothing self-talk, empowering self-talk can build you up as nothing else is more healing than most of any other techniques. And also always remind yourself this, harshness within yourself only reinforces the trauma, while kindness that you show to yourself is slowly releasing the trauma. Now guys, the fourth step is to celebrate the evidence that the old triggers do not have power over you, and you get to be safe. You get to be safe when you are offering yourself new experiences. So if you rested and the world did not collapse around you, then celebrate yourself. If you let go of control and nothing wrong happened, then celebrate yourself for that. If you showed up as who you truly are and people are still there. Nobody left you, nobody abandoned you. Celebrate yourself for that. Every time you give yourself a new experience, emotional inside yourself, and you celebrate your win over your old trigger, you are rewiring deeper and faster a new way of feeling inside yourself. You are wiring safety and calm in your subconscious mind. Now, the fifth and the last step of our process is to repeat again and again the work until here, taking yourself through the healing process again and again. You already know this. Our subconscious mind learns through repetition, and all those old triggers, all those old stories that used to keep your nervous system on high alert were something that you repeated sometimes for many years. Now, it will not take years for sure, but it will still take some repetition in order for you to wire new ways of being, new ways of feeling within yourself. And I want you to know this: every repetition counts. Every new experience that you are giving yourself counts. Every time you celebrate your win over an old trigger, it counts. Because everything is piling up, everything is building up, everything is compounding. And one day you will wake up and you will realize that you are not anymore triggered by normal life situations that once felt like threats to your survival. And this is not about learning how to tolerate stress, learning how to cope with stress. It's about eliminating the triggers that made you feel like normal situations of life were threats to your survival, were real dangers for you and for your life. By taking yourself through this healing work, you are not just helping yourself cope better with the stress, help yourself tolerate the stress better, but you are eliminating the perception of danger when it comes to normal life situations. You will stop perceiving normal life situations as threats to your survival. And this is the most liberating thing for you to give yourself in order to fully feel present and free and safe and calm in your body and in your life. By rewiring your subconscious mind for safety and calm, you'll soon find out that there are no more panic bells. In fact, the old triggers start to feel neutral. Even if you don't have control, it feels neutral. Even if you don't get immediate validation from the external, it feels neutral. Even if you are showing up and letting yourself be seen, it feels neutral. Even if you are not seeing the money that you want, it feels neutral. Even if you are slowing down sometimes, it feels neutral. So there is no more panic, there is no more stress around normal life situations that are not just normal life situations. Now guys, before we are wrapping this, I want to help you troubleshoot your healing process, because there will be moments when you might be feeling that, look, I'm doing everything and I still don't really feel that permanent state of safety and calm within myself. And for those moments, I want you to remember these two things. First, you need real external safety before anything else. Sometimes the first step to your healing is to change your circumstances, to let go of the toxic relationship, to let go of the toxic work environment, to remove yourself from a dangerous environment. You need to take practical steps. You cannot stay in a toxic, dangerous environment and try to regulate your nervous system. You have to protect yourself first. The second thing that not many people are talking about is our need for bonding and connection and its importance in healing our nervous system. And hear me out, we, especially as women, have a high need of oxytocin, and oxytocin is the connection hormone, the bonding hormone. It's really speaking to our biological need for connection and bonding. So especially as women, we are wired to need to belong to a community. We need a community and we need people to connect with. And connection, bonding is one of the best medicines for our female bodies. the shared presence when being with your friends, when talking nonsense, when just hanging out and letting yourself feel seen and supported and connected is something that will help your nervous system regulation more than anything else sometimes. Don't deny yourself this. You can work so much on your nervous system regulation on your own, doing all the work, but if this connection part, bonding part is missing, you cannot really truly have a healthy, robust nervous system. Give yourself the connection part also. Now guys, always remember this. A healthy nervous system is not a system that is always calm, never feels stress. It's a system that is responsive. It switches between sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system as needed, but without getting stuck anymore in hypervigilance. This simply means that you can deal with normal life stress situations without feeling like they are threats to your survival anymore. You get to feel safe and trusting even when stress is coming up, and this is what you are going to create for yourself once you are taking yourself through this process. Now guys, if you enjoy these teachings and your soul craves a space where you are held in your magic, you are reminded of your power, you are plugged into possibilities, and you are supported to step into higher realities of business and life, then join us inside the Magic membership. You have the details in the description. Come play in your next level reality. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're gonna use this process and what has come up for you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell button. And as always, don't forget this: you are amazing, and you are about to take your reality to a whole new level.